Good morning.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are here for one of the most favorite occasions that I have the opportunity to celebrate throughout the course of the year. The Council of Chief State School Officers sponsors the Teacher of the Year program, and that is exactly why we are here today. But without further ado, we're going to wait. I think we have a special guest that will join the podium here in just a couple of minutes, I believe. Anybody have any idea who that might be, Fred?
I do.
Yeah. Good. They said we were ready to go, but sometimes you get delayed just a hair. Teacher of the Year program is a program that's been in effect over 50 years. We'll talk a little bit more about our corporate sponsors for this program, which we are so appreciative for your sponsorship, but we'll do that after the governor joins us and delivers some remarks. And it's going to be a good year, I think, for education. It's going to be a good, interesting year in the legislature, but very excited about the governor's initiatives that he announced in the State of the State last night. I think they'll be great for students and great for our people, great ultimately for our economy. Very pleased with some of those programs that we'll have a chance to be part of those programs. We have one program in particular that we worked with the First Lady. It's called Communities and Schools. I'll just give you a little bit of information about that. Just really, really excited about programs that can deliver the results such as a 100% graduation rate in Greenbrier County. And so we've expanded that to 3 other counties, and we're beginning to see the same kind of progress in those 3 places. And apparently the First Lady coerced the governor just a bit to say, hey, we need to move this to a couple of other locations throughout the state. We are really, really pleased to have that opportunity to expand this program so that we can reach more and more of our at-risk kids and get them into school. I'll be announcing today the new graduation rates for last year in West Virginia, and I think that programs like Communities and Schools and other programs are responsible. Kristen, I'm just going to announce it right now. It's a 90.2% graduation rate. If you want further details, come to the state board meeting. And I will say that based on our data from the other states in the country, that places us the 3rd highest state in the country. Some will say to me, well then, why do we have so many kids that need remediation when they go to college? And that's something that we have to work on. There's no doubt about that. But we're not unlike other states throughout the country. And it's interesting to me that higher ed institutions are moving away from accepting kids and having them do these remedial courses. So anyway, without further ado, to celebrate our Teacher of the Year this year, I'd like to present to you the governor of the great state of West Virginia, Governor Jim Justice.
Sit. Oh, special day today, huh? Will be. Fall down. Oh. Well, I hope everybody survived last night. And hope everybody's up, chipper, all that. I got overserved anywhere last night. but nevertheless, it's a really special day. Really special day. I mean, not very often do we have success that achieves this kind of level. Teacher of the Year. We all know that the impact that our teachers make with our kids every day. I mean, I've said it so many times, but It's easy for me because it's real. You know, I'm able to do it as a coach. I'm able to see it, you know, in the schools. You know, I've been able to witness so many times, you know, a teacher, an administrator, all those that just reach out and take care of people that are going to be our next teachers or our next administrators. You know, I look back and I see lots of friends, whether it be, you know, Bobby or Dale or Miller or on and on and on, Scott, just over and over. But I think about my son when I see Miller sometimes, and it's been a long time since I thought about this, but you know, he was in the basketball tryouts, you know, as a 10th grader. At that time, 9th graders couldn't play, you know, in the high schools and everything. And I've been in a basketball gymnasium, you know, I've coached in excess of 1,200 games. And you know, I've coached at all different levels. I've coached a semi-pro team. I've coached little boys and little girls, and I've coached every kind of level you could coach. I've never ever seen an injury as bad as that happened to my son. You know, he dislocated his ankle, he broke his ankle, the bone sticking out on the side of his leg. It just, the ligaments are torn and everything, and it all happened in the tryout. He was in a wheelchair for 3 months. And this is the end of his basketball, that's for sure. But a wheelchair for 3 months, and he was at Woodrow Wilson. You know who came every day almost and pushed him into the school? Miller Hall, the principal. You know, people that care, people that really, really, really reach out to kids every day, touch them in the classroom. And today we have the number one best, our Teacher of the Year. I'm going to read a little bit about Jada. But Jada is a national board certified 5th grade teacher at Bradley Elementary School in Mount Hope. You heard my comments about Bradley last night. You know, I know a lot about Bradley. You know, Mo and I and my family used to call them the Bradley Knights, you know, but you know, she has increased student engagement through instruction involving sciences, technology, engineering, the arts and mathematics, also known as STEAM. Jada secured grant funding to develop and implement a mentor program for students with mental health vulnerabilities. She also coaches track and wrestling. How did you get into coaching wrestling? And is involved in Little League sports programs in her community. And so I just can't say enough. I mean, really and truly, I said last night that I'm challenging our education department to improve our math scores, concentrate on absenteeism, make West Virginia the first state to absolutely have computer science classes in all the high schools. And the other thing, you know, was brought to my attention is always the challenge of, is our school aid formula dialed in exactly right? And I'm sure it's dialed in for all practical purposes as right as it can just about be. But can we continually adjust the fine-tuned dial to make it better? Well, absolutely we can. And all we need to do is constantly be looking for ways to make it better. So the long and the short of it is, you know, we have made a change in education. You know, for good or for bad, you know, from the day that I walked in the door, there's a different look. And, you know, I don't like to sit back and just gloat and take credit, but on this one, I really do. Because I really believe, you know, we really, really changed our State Board of Education. They have done incredible work. Steve Paine's done unbelievable work. You know, we've done all kinds of things, from getting rid of just the things that just plagued us, and I don't know why in the world we could not see this, but countless hours of unnecessary testing, you know, teachers almost being required to teach the test almost because they had to. Now, because we had to have our test scores halfway decent. You know, for crying out loud, so much wasted effort and wasted time to grade our schools A through F on a bell curve of all things. Think about this just a second. I've said it so many times, but on a bell curve, you got to have so many A's, so many F's, and everybody else is a C. So what we're doing then is marketing to the earth, come to West Virginia. Most of our schools are C's. Well, I mean, how does that work? You know, it's just, and all this control in the bureaucracy of Charleston, you know, where literally so many times we don't really see outside of the bubble. And to put control back on the local level, it's meaningful. It's really meaningful. Now, we couldn't have done that unless the stars all lined up. And the stars all lined up to where I was able to appoint board member after board member. And the more I appointed, the more decided to leave. And then I got to appoint more and more. And lo and behold, now we have this board that's the real deal. And they're doing really great stuff. And so, you know, we were able to work through our differences and everything and reward our teachers and service personnel and all of our state employees last year, and we're able to do it again now. And on top of all that, we started out with this grandiose idea, you know, that we were going to maybe put 50 million in PEI, which was, I mean, just think and be fair, be really fair. If in the last days of Earl Ray, someone would have come to the leaders of the band, whether it be Bobby or Dale or the leaders of the band, and said, I've got a possibility, a way here that we can put $50 million in PEI, there'd have been, you know, a tribal celebration in Charleston. Everybody in the world would have been so happy, it would have been unbelievable. At that point in time, I mean, again, let's just be fair. At that point in time, we were all concerned that we were going to have to go to a 70-30 plan. There was no hope of putting extra money into PEI. There was no hope. Oh, how we've changed. Oh, how we've changed. Today we have pay raises, and today we have not 50 and not 100, but $150 million dedicated to a PEI rainy day fund, just in case there's a day out there, and it gives our teachers, our service personnel, our state personnel, it gives them security. I mean, for crying out loud, they don't have the highest paying job. They know that. And a lot of what they have depended on is their benefit package. And when their benefit package is cutting in to them like nobody's business, it makes for one demotivated employee. I mean, let's just call it like it is. You know, if you're a teacher in West Virginia today and you're making 40 grand, or you were making 40 grand or 32 grand or 36 grand, and all of a sudden your health insurance that you really counted on, is really getting into your pocketbook in a big way, all of a sudden that 32,000 or 36,000 doesn't go very far. And so we have given them a security blanket, an insurance policy. Now for all that, yeah, I'm gloating because I'm proud of it. I'm really proud. So, if Jada will come up here, let's do some of the honors and get her picture taken, and And who's this little rascal with you?
My daughter, Kaylee.
Kaylee and
Jacob.
Jacob. Will y'all come too? Jacob, how long did they have to work with you to get that bow tie on you? Now tell the truth, Jacob. Okay. Now, am I turning stuff over here or what am I doing? Somebody help me here, Steve Paine.
Yes, sir. Not yet. Kristen, help me out.
We're going to do the check presentation inside.
We'll do this after the pictures with the governor,
Yes,
correct? And the
yes.
family, yes,
Yes,
sir.
we wanna
Just
get
some
one
pictures
picture.
right now, sir.
Just pictures now, okay? Okay, now where are we going? Okay, you feel short, but you're going to make me look good.
We want to get one of your kids in there. All right, we're going to.
Okay, bring these wild rascals over here. How you do, sir? Good to see you. How you doing, young man? Good to see you. How you doing? You make me look skinny now. Got your work cut out for you. Come on now. I mean, you're looking too good here today. Okay, guys. Now, Steve, am I turning it over to you or?
Yes, sir. Jada, if you would you like to make just a couple of remarks before I recognize our sponsors of the Teacher of the Year program and thank the governor in a special way? Thank you, Jada.
Okay, I'm gonna stay right here. Oh.
Good morning. My name is Jada Reeves, and as you guys know, I am a fifth grade teacher at Bradley Elementary in Raleigh County, and I am the 2019 West Virginia Teacher of the Year. This is an exciting journey that I'm about to embark on, and I can say that I'm extremely eager to serve our state for the 2019 term. West Virginia teachers made Fortune 500's list of world's greatest 50 leaders. To be a part of this amazing state and among one of the educators is truly an awe-inspiring experience. No other state Teacher of the Year this year can say that this applies to them. This journey I've been entrusted with, I will not take lightly. Students are our future. True teachers reach out and work endlessly to ensure their students have everything they possibly need for the best education possible. This term will allow me to partake in professional development that I never dreamed would be within my reach. I'm visiting Google headquarters in Southern California, Denver, Colorado to partake in policy making with legislators and educators nationwide, Space Camp in Huntsville, Alabama, and Princeton, New Jersey. This is all because WVDE appreciates elevating and celebrating teaching. However, all these places are just temporary and will assist me in advancing my students. All of these professional development trainings will end and will take me home to the place where I belong, here in West Virginia. As your representative, it is my hope to inspire other educators across the state and nation to awaken their passion for teaching once again and focus on engaging students and making learning fun. Being passionate about teaching makes it easy for students to become passionate about education. Excitement is contagious, so why not share it? Coming to work should not be boring. Someone asked me several months ago that if I were chosen for Teacher of the Year, what I was most looking forward to. I honestly told her that being able to inspire other educators and be able to reach students in a broader spectrum than the classroom was what I wanted. Even with all the wonderful monetary donations and expensive gifts, I'm excited to touch others and be an inspiration to other students everywhere. Little did I know that the State Teacher of the Year is given many gifts for their hard work and dedication. I really didn't know all that. I did not know this until the night of the gala when they were announcing the prizes the gracious companies donated. There were many sponsors that have participated in the Teacher of the Year program for our state. And I want to thank Walden University for the scholarship for me to obtain my Doctorate of Education and Innovation. I always wanted to get my doctorate, but I knew funding was an issue and it may never happen, and they're making that possible for me. Blinko Glass, my daughter loved the little green sun catcher. She loved it when I came in, and she was like, "Ooh, I love that." Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Horace Mann Insurance, Toyota with the car, West Virginia Lottery, West Banco, Coca-Cola. Doesn't everybody like Coke? That's my favorite. Smart Technology, and my son loved helping me set up my new computer where I can write all my speeches and presentations on. But they didn't only donate it to me, like all the county teachers of the year got a lot of these gifts, and that was very gracious of them. When I arrived home at the night of the gala, my children said it felt like Christmas with all the gifts I came in with. I saw tissue paper flying and giggles of excitement. Not only happy for their mom, but for the gifts that I can share with them too. And I'm a teacher, so you know most of the money that I'm getting is probably going to be spent on my students in some way, shape, or form. In addition, I want to recognize AFT, WVEA, the West Virginia Professionals Educators Incorporated, West Virginia Parent Teacher Association, West Virginia Association of Retired School Employees, and the West Virginia School Service Personnel Association for being a supporting partner as well. Educators across the state are doing mind-boggling activities in their communities and need acknowledged for all their engaging, empowering, and innovative work. West Virginia is fortunate to have companies that are passionate about students and education, as we educators already are. West Virginia is transitioning to community schools, and that's one thing that excites me more than anything. Teachers now have the opportunity to become the lighthouses of their communities. This will allow teachers to dig deeper and realize why they became a teacher and really let their light shine with passion for the students under their care. I want to thank Dr. Paine again for encouraging all of our county superintendents to participate in the Teacher of the Year program. It's an honor to be nominated by my school, Raleigh County, and the great state of West Virginia. It seems that my year is going to be extraordinarily busier than I ever imagined. However, I'm ready to tackle this task and accomplish my desire to encourage other educators to make learning fun. I'm excited to serve as the voice of educators across West Virginia. I will guarantee to put forth every ounce of energy and passion that I have so everyone here will not be disappointed in me. I am thankful for this opportunity that allows doors to open for my professional career that I never dreamed would happen. I want to give God all the praise and glory for all that He has blessed me with. I know there is a lot on my plate in the upcoming months and in the year ahead of me. I know that with God, all things are possible, and I am determined to serve my term and enjoy every minute of this remarkable occasion. I am extremely honored and humbled to represent West Virginia as the 2019 Teacher of the Year. I could not possibly think of another profession that would be as inspiring as being an educator. I was born for this. I adore my students and am passionate about teaching. Knowing I will step into my classroom each morning and tackle the day together with my students is always an encouraging thought. It is my hope during the next year to inspire other educators across West Virginia and the nation to awaken their passion for teaching. By inspiring other educators, I am able to reach more students than I ever thought possible. I am appreciative of the role I have been given this year from our great state, and I am prepared for this exciting adventure ahead of me. Thank you.
Okay. Governor, I want to take a point. You need to sit down, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard that a lot when I was in school, too.
I say that with the extreme utmost respect. I want to do a personal shout out to our governor. Now, I'm back because you appointed a great Board of Education, but I'm back because I saw the stars align too. And it's really easy to serve in your administration with your outlook toward education. And it's really easy for our State Board of Education to serve your interests because we know you have the interests of education connected to economic development in mind and the well-being, what I've learned recently in the past year, of some of the underserved populations in West Virginia. And you heard that last night in the State of the State. Communities and Schools is a great program that his wife, First Lady Kathy Justice, and I've said this everywhere I go, she might be the nicest, kindest, most sincere, authentic person, literally, that I've ever met in my life. Told the governor the other day he did pretty well.
Don't y'all buy that.
And also the GEMS program for folks that need a break and they need a second chance. And we're thrilled to be a part of both of those, sir, and we thank you for your support of public education. And I used to be an old coach too, and in the fourth quarter with a minute left, I want the ball. And I'm glad you put the pressure on us to raise math achievement, to improve student attendance, and to be progressive in the first state in the country to vault into computer science for all students in this state, particularly high schools, and we will meet the challenge. Thank you. I'd like to, Governor and others in the room, we have some corporate sponsors that we need to mention very quickly before we get to go outside and see that brand new car. And speaking of which, our longest partner serving in the Teacher of the Year program is Toyota. You've provided a car for years and years and years. I can't, do you know how far that goes back?
It's almost 20.
20 years. Every single year. And so Leah Curry, who's CEO of Toyota in West Virginia, and Bob Welch are here today. Would you stand and be recognized, please?
Bethany Ross.
Bethany Ross, I'm sorry. Thank you. Horace Mann Insurance, this started as a partnership. One of the Teachers of the Year, Governor, came to me and said, you know, I don't have an insurance policy to drive that car. And so Ethan Poole from Horace Mann stepped up, and his wife, Denise, are here with us today. And that partnership grew from not just an insurance policy, but they give $7,000 to the Teacher of the Year and the Service Personnel of the Year today. Thank you very much. From West Banco, David Sayre, one of our newest partners. David, thank you. West Virginia Lottery, one of our newer partners, Doug Buffington's here for the lottery. Thank you, Doug. Highmark is here, and one of our original partners as well. I'm remiss, I should have gone back. 18th year. Thank you. 18th year, one of the very original partners right behind Toyota. Kathy McAllister and Jim Fawcett are here today. Thank you. And we have some supporting partners, AFT, Fred Albert, Chris Mallory are here. They'll be presenting a little gift to the Teacher of the Year. Thank you. Dale Lee is here from WVEA, one of our supporting partners, and Dave Gladkowski from the Professional Educators. With that, I think we're ready to get on to the big moment that you're waiting for, perhaps, and that those children of yours might be, and your husband might be waiting for. But again, congratulations, Jada. You'll be a great representative for all of us. Thank you, Governor, for your support, and thank you all for attending. We're going to step outside for a presentation of a vehicle. Thank you. Oh, you want to do the checks inside? Okay. Okay. All right. How are we going to do this? Have the governor come up?
We're going to do this in here because it's not so cold in here.
So the first check, Jada, if you'd come up here with Governor Justice, I'd like to present to you and representatives from Highmark. Notice the amount?
Yeah.
$5,000 check from Highmark. Thank you.
I'll tell you, we're doing this all wrong here. You guys need to hold the check, and I'll stand behind you because this is coming from Highmark. And let me just stand right beside you. Okay. Thank you, sir.
What do we have next, Governor? Let's see here. Horace Mann, Insurance.
Let's switch sides.
Okay.
Let's put them on this side. I'd rather stand with you. You're a lot better looking than they are.
See, my face is going over the.
Oh, look,
I'm a
don't lower
little
it down.
short.
Okay.
Top forward. Push it towards that. There you go.
Okay.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
West Banco.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you.
And from the
Jada?
West Virginia
You're-
Lottery, Doug.
You're killing. What? My gosh. I mean, we need a few dollars from you. To get this down now, y'all.
Yeah, I'm
Go
not too
down, go
short.
down, go down with this.
And I got heels on, so like.
I'm afraid to look. You keep going up. Okay, this is good too.
And AFT.
Maybe we need to add another zero.
Hold this down, down. Okay. Are you good?
Governor, thank you for everything
Thank you,
you've done
sir.
for education.
No,
We're
I
so
appreciate
pleased.
it. No, that's great. That's great.
And you may want to try to stay this with
Okay.
And then finally, Toyota, we have a little signage representation before we go outside. And Leah Curry.
Got my name.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so.
And now I think we're ready for the presentation of the vehicle just outside of the governor's office here. To our left, out the doors.
Now, y'all got to do that without me because I've got to go the other way. So good luck to you on the vehicle. No, that's great.